Hello everyone, I hope you're doing great. So today we'll be having a chill stream. Continuing a build I started just yesterday in the Blue Box stream on Twitch. We did mostly the blocking out of the shapes of the build, and I worked today a little bit on it to add some details, and we're just gonna continue building in a chill way. And that's it. Tell me if the music is a bit loud, and hopefully it's all good for you. And for information, the music is the soundtrack for Boneworks, which is an amazing VR game which I really love. Hello Toby C and Demon Goon, right on time indeed. Yeah, I don't know, Demon. Did you set up an automatic thing? I did not like send on your Discord that I was streaming. I always forget to do my marketing, let's say, when I'm streaming. I'm too lazy. And so the build is going great. As you can see, we've made a lot of progress. We have now something that is really, really nice. Well, I do hope it's nice. So now we're just gonna work. Yeah, I love that soundtrack. Boneworks, if you have a VR headset and that you don't get sick, it's really important. Play it, try it, love it. Yeah, the Palisade is good, but there I can use it as structure, like if we're repairing the old bridge, and it works so well, and it also works really well with underwater stuff like that. It really looks like I would not sustaining the other. Is it what would be the word in English? Wood beams that would like support the weight of everything on top. I would love to have just actually the beam part of the wooden palisade. It would be amazing, and it looks very nice to there to make like reinforcements have been made to prevent the bridge from collapsing. We have that, which is really nice, I think. So yeah. Yeah, I think we need more stuff like beam parts, fences, stuff like that, just to spruce up visuals. But I don't know if they're gonna go with that because they want to make modular stuff and not really stuff to detail more what we're doing. Well, I don't know if I'm making sense. In my head, I'm making sense, which is most important, you know. In any case, the bridge is really nice now. We have a lot of details everywhere. Really love that tower too. And we already have 10 people. Damn, you people are fast. I'm starting to believe I'm a celebrity now. So always good to put some overgrown shit. It's like, oh, what detail can I add? Add more trees, add more greenery. Greenery is always a good answer. Moreover, now with the new routes that you can place how you like, you can really have fine control over what you're creating. So most of the time I don't care too much about how I rotate my assets. I just take them and place them how they come. I think you should not like bother too much spending hours and hours on like minutiously rotating props and everything. When it's important, do it, but most of the time you can just do it quickly. Okay, Schönborn. I need to hide a dead body in this map. So it will be the first one, Schönborn, that I need to hide. Okay, so for the first one, I need to hide it somewhere nice. I think I have the idea. Like, let me. Yep, sorry, I have. I cuddle my cat, and I am full of cat hair. So if we grab a dead body, either we could. I think we can put a skull there, like that. And I think that, yeah, like that. It's just you need to catch it. You need to know it's there, but yeah, like that. Is it that good for you, Seaborn? Thank you for spending the credits, the flames, and I think we can put it just a little bit higher. Yeah, like that. So if you're on Twitch, you can spend flames if you watch my streams, and each time you spend 150, well, I have to hide a dead body somewhere. So I love to do that. So you're just enabling me to be like a little imp there and hide bodies everywhere. Yeah. Okay, sure, Seaborn. Happy to please you. I love it. Actually, I really love it there. It's just like so hidden, but really well placed. Nice of you. Okay, so wanted to add more trees. So what you can do to just recently started to toy with is that with bush, if you just place them correctly inside holes like that. Sorry, my nose is so full of cat hair. It's so itchy. You can actually. Okay, so did it work? Yeah, okay. Yeah, just make the like moss that's going out from it. Yeah, depends on the side. I think there is a nicer side. Yeah, like that. Probably. So if we take an angle, oh yeah, but there. They're a bit better. So because this one there is like fully blank, and it like it's not really nice. So let's put like the tree is overgrown. So I need to put that on. So if the tree is overgrown, perhaps like um grew it grew. Okay, there. So let's go like that, and then yeah, something like that. I think something like that. Does it works? Yeah, probably. Hi, Messiege, how are you doing? Tomorrow, you said. Yeah, I said tomorrow, and I was like, I've nothing to do this evening. It's pretty chill. I'm rested a little bit, and I want to build actually. So yeah, but probably tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, I will be enjoying a nice evening with friends. So I won't be there, but perhaps in the afternoon. it's bank holidays in France, so yeah, enjoying that. Tell me if the music is too loud too. And yeah, just a small Easter egg for people to find. Indeed, Seaborn. I love to put those, make people, make the game master go crazy. Like, is there a dead body there? Damn, another one. Why is there so much dead bodies on this map? It's like weird conversation you have with your group. This soundtrack. When you're playing the game, you don't enjoy it as much. One, because the headset for the Oculus Quest, my VR helmet is, they are meh. So the sound is not perfect, and also I'm way too stressed. It's like, oh damn, VR games that are intense for me are very intense. Okay, so we have that. Okay, nice touch of green there. And this one, really too neat. So what are we gonna do? I think one can be nice. We don't need to make it all destroyed and everything. Just add some texture to it. I've recently discovered that if I maintain control or the key actually to change the elevation, and that I move with my keyboard keys like forward or backwards, it moves the elevation. Like, I'm not using page up or page down there. I'm just using Control and Z and S, or like WASD keys, and I'm going up and down. Like left and right, I'm not moving, but up and down, I'm like forward and backward, I'm moving up and down. And now I'm using a lot because it's very, very useful. This corner too is really shite. So let's destroy it a bit. Yeah, you see, already, like, you don't see that much repetition. So now we can focus on doing better stuff. Well, I say better, just different stuff. So what I do a lot is that this type of wall, if you rotate it on the same angle, it will show the same holes at the same place. So it really helps selling the idea of a more destroyed wall, because you see the holes there. Because if let me, so there is holes there, and if you combine the walls like that, they're hidden. Like, damn it, like that, they're hidden. But if you combine them like that, shit, really not. Now they appear, and so you can use that to make different type of corners, more or less destroyed by time. Hello, Todoris Econox. Thank you for joining the stream. Okay, so what can we do? What can we do to make this look nice? Okay, so that's better. That's better. So that side is pretty much. I think I need to put those everywhere for the sake of continuity. So like that. Put it shit there. I really don't like that bug. Like, sometimes when I'm trying to clip something, the game does not let me clip set thing. So I need to put the object like anywhere else, and now it will clip. Is it noisy? I'm not sure if I'm sold on the idea of those dungeon beams, but let's continue. It's a bit better. Okay, so no corners there, there. And there. Doo-dum. Does not. Okay. All right. Okay. So as usual, we did the main shapes, and now we're just going back to everything and just adding more and more details. Currently, what I should do is doing the interior details of my main buildings, but eh, don't want to. At least not right now. I'm like, meh. Just that it's not my favorite part, and it's not the funniest. The funniest? It's not the most interesting part either. I think we're gonna focus tonight on this tower. I destroyed it because it was gonna be like a huge pain anyway to make the whole floor and everything, so I'm just gonna probably destroy that a bit and make it a bit more old. But now we need to focus on the exterior aspects to make it more interesting. So just gonna grab that. I need that. I need that. Because I like to work without opening the library, I like to have my assets, samples of assets that I use like in front of me, so I can just pick them up instead of opening the library. It's a good way to do it. And because you see them, you keep them in your mind, and you include them more easily to what you're doing. Hey, Chia, how you doing? So I'm building this big build, big boy. Oh, the cliffside there. It's don't look at it. Do not judge me on that cliffside. Yeah, that's huge. Hopefully it's gonna fit in 2 slabs. I'm probably gonna share the board, the 2 slabs, and some elements separate, like the bridge, the tower alone. Some like minute stuff probably can work by themselves. So we'll see how I can cut them in pieces. So most hard part I find is that when you need to create runes or stuff that crumbled, there is no real PCs for the underneath part of it. And Chia, if you keep watching on Twitch, you can spend flames to force me to place dead bodies all over the place, if that's something that motivates you. Well, to me, it's not a big matter. If it's funnier or like better to watch on YouTube or Twitch for you, do it on the platform you prefer. The main way for you to help me is mostly through Patreon. So Twitch revenues for now are I don't make anything, so it's just to have fun, let's say, for you. So whichever, or the one that you like the most is the good one. Hey, that does work. Yeah, okay. Cool. Did I not bring that? Damn it. The Palisade beam is really good. Yeah, I use it everywhere. It's crazy. You can do so much stuff with it. It's so versatile. Like I use it mainly on this build to make it looks like support beams or stuff that is being repaired and in like currently under construction, let's say. But you can do so much stuff with it. It's crazy. It's just I would like it to be even more versatile. You know. If we could have more control over it, I'd be very happy. Because there I would like to have just the wooden beams, the white ones, not the back. This looks a bit weird, you know. There is no real way to use it better. So what I did, I created my own beams right there. That works well. And so I just use them like that. To do like that. Okay, let me. Damn it. Hope we get more random pieces to this building. Yeah, and what they uploaded just like on the last update was really amazing already. Like it was so great to use those pieces. What is this? The new like rubble and wood pieces and everything was really great to use. So I'm pumped to see what they're gonna send us next. So probably the next update is gonna be in like a week from now. They often update like during the weekend at middle of night. Importing your own pieces, Jacob, will arrive at some point with the modding tools. So for now, I would not really wish or hope too much on it. But it will come at some point for sure. Can I do that? Well, custom assets, they've said in the latest developer devlog, that they're working on making sure that it will not break the game and everything. So there will be modding tools where you'll be able to import your own assets, and after that, I have no idea how it will work. I have no technical knowledge. Bum, 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 bum. But like through probably Tailweaver, that's going to be their tool. So for now, we don't have more information. Looking forward to love this tool for building. Just started using TaleSpire 2 weeks ago, and I've sunk so many hours already. Yeah, the inner pixel, I know. I have like 700 and let me check, 781 hours in the game. So let me tell you, I'm hooked. But it's all in good fun. The community is amazing. People are nice. I'm really happy to be able to share something that for me brings a lot of joy. You know, it's like Bob Ross, little joy trees and stuff like that. I've never watched Bob Ross actually, only the memes. Every player connected to Gym Custom. Yeah, that's a question, message. Indeed, like how will it work? Like if someone has custom or mods installed and you log into an instance, will it download for the users? Will you have to download beforehand? So that's a question that are relative to mods, like in every game actually. Damn. I need to hide a dead body. Seaborn using flames. You can get those on Twitch if you're watching the stream, and it means I have to hide a dead body somewhere. And I have found the perfect place. Dead. A little tired guy, so let me see. Somewhere not too obvious. Oh yeah, there. Behind this root. So due to the game handling of shadows and everything, so you'll need to if you're a bit too far away, you won't really realize it, but there is like a dead guy. So Seaborn spending the flames. The Palisade said added a lot of possibility for buildings. Yeah, that's exactly what we're discussing. Like with this bridge, I'm using a lot of scaffolding and stuff, so it looks really well to make like support beams and everything. Everybody loves a surprise dead body. Indeed, Yoki. It's always fun when the GM is like, what dead body? And I think it's became a joke between Dimongund and Dawn from Tales Tavern is that I have a map called Ainku Farm. I've hidden so much and so many dead bodies in there that like you have to find at least a dozen without even looking, and if you look for it, damn. So that's a fun one. Well, that's a fun one. To me, it's funny. To the GM, who's overwhelmed by dead bodies, probably a bit less, but not my problem. You fell like that, like that. Yeah, a bit better. See ya next time, Messieurs. Well, have a good time. Well, have a good time working. I don't know, but see you soon. Have a good day. So how would that work, actually? Well, like that. Why bother making something complicated when you can make it simple? And then I think we can just grab the stone thingy to anchor it, like that. So now it's anchored, and it looks like it's really part of the main structure of it. Bit better. It's not perfect, but yeah. So the question is that, will that be an issue inside my building? So you go up the stairs, you can go there, you can go on this courtyard, or you can go around the tower and up there. One dead body, please. Oh, I see, Chia. So spending all your flames. I probably need to up the price if you're going so fast. So dead body, let's say here, like people can go there, so yeah. Probably gonna put a skull there. Like the skulls of the worker who built the bridge. No. I need it to be a bit hidden, like that. Is it a bit visible, I feel? A bit too much. I needed to put it somewhere a bit less obvious. I can really afford 2 more, so yeah, maybe... how does that work? Do I need to up the price, or is it just because you're gaining a lot? I have no idea how you gain like points. So can we put just the feats? It's like I was just taking a nap. Oh, I know. There. It's like he fall to his death. Right there. I'm just gonna put some fern. Well, technically, a bunch of several dead bodies. Yeah, I know, but it's like one, let's say, body piece. One asset. I'm just gonna hide it a little bit. I love skeletons. I don't know if you could tell because my my logo is actually a skeleton warlock, so pretty obvious. And I like that. Rip Desmond, he will be missed indeed. Thank you, Chia. If you love him, it's perfect. I watch the stream, but it just can time from time watching. Well, probably up the price a little bit if it's too much of an hassle for me, but we'll see. As long as I don't have like too many people that watch my streams, it will be okay. So let's hope for not success then. Oh damn, that's loud. Yeah, much better. So let's get back on this tower. So 28 people watching the stream. Yeah, yo. Okay, so probably a window there. Like at least one, if not several. Okay, there we can because I have... Okay, let's see. Damn it. Two windows? No, I think just one was good. What do you think will be coming in the next update? I have no idea. Each time I'm so surprised. And it's always a good surprise, you know. There's no real rules there. I feel that they... And because the way they work is that they have an artist team, and each artist can kind of work on whatever they want. And produce asset packs independently. They're probably like a veto process to make sure that everything is up to standards and everything. But yeah, basically have no idea. So yeah, this is actually an annoyance. What would you like to see? I guess a lot of things that are missing right now is more damaged stuff. I feel like broken, like a table that is broken in two with like wood pieces scattered a little bit, like part of the build. Ooh, too yellow. Broken stuff, burned stuff, like embers, like something that is like a tree that has been struck by lightning. You know, like burnt a tree, stuff like that. So yeah, so we'll leave it like that. Bit more destroyed assets. I would love, no, what I would love to see is like this castle set, but in white stones. In France, we have a lot of those white castle stones, and they would make for magnificent builds. Otherwise, dwarven mines, dwarven holes, dwarven carved stone. Yeah. But every new asset is more clipping opportunity. Okay, that's for sure. So, Okay, so tower is looking better and better. I think I need to work on my ruined look a little bit better. So this wall is a bit too plain. Let's grab that. And we can also grab a window. Windows are really good to make like that stone that is a bit more rounded. So the back side of it I won't detail too much because I assume that this side will be way less seen and used anyway. It's not really like the back of the build will be like that mostly. I won't spend too much time with it. How about new miniatures? Miniatures I care less about, even though I feel more and more that they're missing the most currently in the current offer. You need so many miniatures, like for just a base game. Um, but I guess if I like to choose, I don't know, so many choices. I'm always bad with this stuff. It's like if you give me a choice, I'm like, oh, damn. I can't compute. What would you like to see? Château de Chambord set with spiral staircase. Ouais, Château de Chambord serait cool. Spiral staircase and like white, really nice carved, really squared-ish stones with really a thin like lines between stones, not much masonry. Would be very great. Oh, that works nicely there. Could you make a layer of rock so it looks built into the land? On the backside, I don't really care because you will never see it. Like you will mostly play like that on this view, and here where you can see more stuff, I've made a more like nicer edge, and I will work on it too. Like this, I don't care, and this I need to work on. It's ugly AF, but in due time it will come. Okay, so now that works. Should I? Yeah, no. Okay, so we go up. Um, can we? This part is a bit bland, so let's spruce it up. "34 people watching, nice. Thank you everyone for watching tonight. It's just a chill stream. When I'm talking, I'm so inefficient. It's crazy. I think it's true all the time, not only in TaleSpire. And I talk a lot, so I'm probably inefficient a lot then. Damn. Yeah, better. Okay, so a good way to watch your build is you go into photo mode and you just run around your creation, just making sure that everything is nice and tidy. Let me grab. Okay, so what? Why am I stuck? Oh shit, did I lose connection? Can make a layer of rocks. I'm still streaming. Yep. Is it working for you guys? Yeah. I think my game just locked. It's like I can move the camera, but I don't have a keyboard anymore. I can't alt tab, so it's just in the game that I'm locked. Yeah. And no idea what happened. So okay, so no, it works. Okay. Me. Okay, so let's have a look at this tower. Okay, a bit squarish, but what can you do about it? The base of it is really plain. Okay, so I need to work on the base. Otherwise, the hole in it is quite nice, I think. So what I can do is grab. Damn it. So yeah, I have like issues currently. I can build. Okay, so I need to go back to my menu, it seems. No idea what's happening. Okay, so are we? Yes. Now it's working, so eh. Let's not ask questions. Let's just be happy. Do you try minigames during D&D in TaleSpire, for example, playing with dice and mini inside some towers and something? We often play football with miniatures and dice just because it's so fun to do it, and because you can actually. But I've not really made minigames. I'm not sure to. I probably understand the question, but I don't think so that we've made minigames. But during our, I don't know how many sessions we've made currently in the game, I'll probably have made something akin to minigames, like once twice. Either like in roleplay purposes or just for the fun of it. We've played some dice games to just like playing like Yahtzee and stuff like that. Well, precisely Cuchouette we played, which is a very, very dumb French game. So it's not very something you can translate either. So this is not useful anymore. So probably gonna transform this part. So I need to do something that makes sense. Miniature colliding with dice is hilarious. Oh yeah, in our game, I've shot a screenshot actually. I can probably find it, but I don't know how to load it. But one person rolled the dice, and his dice rolled a 20 and got stuck on the elbow of his character. Like so, his character was like raising his arm with a weapon in it, with his figurines, and so the dice got stuck there with a natural 20, and it was crazy. Oh damn, Spencer. Too bad for the ad, sorry. But yeah, sometimes a miniature collision with dice is very funny. Um, And it's always fun to just push around the dice with your figurine anyway. So okay, so we have that there. This, I think I'm gonna reuse that technique. There to make it stay. Maybe it's a bit too on the front, right? Yeah, like that. Okay, so you have that, but if you have that, why would you go there? Hmm. So perhaps like stuff like that. Oh, I know. I have an idea. So if we grab that, we can put it there. Hmm. How do you rotate object like that? So to rotate object, if you can either rotate it with the mouse, middle mouse click like that, or you can maintain Alt, the Alt key on your keyboard, and you can rotate it. If it's a wall or floor piece, it's only on 4 axis, and if it is a prop, you can rotate it on 26, 24 axis. So it depends on what type of object you're holding. Let's say like if you build the main walls, roofs and stuff like that, it's only 4 axis. But if you're using something else, it will be 16, something like that. So now I'm just doing a climbing parkour thingy. I have no idea where it's gonna lead, but someone will want to try that for sure. Like agility skills, and if you fall, it's pretty deadly. Agility checks, yeah. If I can ask a question, is there an easy, quick way to move characters in and out of buildings or a floor? Yeah, there is. So if you put miniature, so let's take this cow, you can maintain shift, and if you click the cow, you see I have a ghost of the cow, and wherever I put it, it's going to be teleported right away. So it's a really an easy way to move things in and out of buildings. So let's say the cow is inside this, right? It's there, and I need to move it there. Boom, voila, shift, click, and it's good. And so we'll probably make an entrance there, like a roof entrance, something like that. I just need to find a better way to make those communicate. So probably can use just plain stairs. Um, like that. Oh, I know. Yeah, sorry for the camera. It's not the best camera either from me, but can I? Salut Istallri, salut Baptiste. Ah, j'aime bien ça. How long does it take you to complete a map? Well, it really depends on the size of the map. This one, it's a little big, just a tiny tad. So this one I've been working on it for 6 hours around. We've been streaming for how long? For an hour. When I'm streaming, I'm like at 20% efficiency. So yeah, around a bit more than 6 hours to do the whole map for now. And there is, I'd say, 4 to 5 hours still of full work to finish it. But that's the gist of it. And but this map is like ginormous. So yeah, there is stuff to do for sure. When it will be released, I hope that people will enjoy it. In any case, like, and I think that's the most important thing is that I'm having a lot of fun building it. So that should be the prime thing for you. Like if you're not having fun, why do it? Simply. Oh yeah, so now it make a climbing wall. So so shit. So it's like for the last thing you have to climb there. It looks very nice, I think. So and on top we'll have probably a window or something and you can go on it. Genre Deadlands Reloaded. Ah, je connais pas Baptiste. I don't know what is Deadland Reloaded. But yeah, this one I'm really enjoying it. To me, if the process of building is not fun, I think, and I believe that the end product will not be as nice for people. So have fun, create stories, tell yourself some nice stuff when you're building, and it will be crazy. Is there a place where I can donate to you one time with subscribing to you on Patreon? Um, Anish, there's not really, though you can do it on PayPal, I guess. If you want to do it, I can type my email, and you can, if you donate to that PayPal address, it will be to me. If you prefer it. Otherwise, Patreon indeed takes a fee, and it's a monthly subscription, but you get access to the Discord server and you get preview and stuff that I'm building. So it can be an incentive for you. I find it like the easier way for most people, but do as you wish. I will not prevent you from helping me. And if you're not aware, we're listening currently to the Bonework original soundtrack, which is an amazing game. To describe it's great. Yeah, thank you, Spencer. It's not very. I'm mostly active on it, but hopefully, if people want advice or stuff like that, they're not afraid to contact me or just share what they're doing. Okay. So, little tip, you see with the facades of my building, they were really plain and boring. And so I added these dungeon walls inside it to add some yellow and moreover it adds highlights. and they are very important. Like you see, my building is much more vibrant and colored and full of life with those yellow highlights everywhere. And so contrast and color, not theory, but just working on nice colors, it's always something you should try to do. Okay, so that is actually shit. Sometimes I want to like click on something from the interface and I'm clicking on the game and removing tiles. How long does it take you to prepare maps for game night? Is it doable for a newbie like me? Is it possible to create them live? Baddest? Yes, of course. So two things, like a map I'm building there, you can have the full map in 2 seconds, like just copy paste. That's how you share maps. And all of my maps are actually available. If you go to the description of this stream, there is a link toward all of my creation. And even more important, let me find it. If you want fully done scenarios, we have some in French, English, and Spanish, and they're available right here. Let me share it in the chat. And so this is fully prepared scenarios, and there is the map with the figurines and the miniatures and everything you need on the boards. Not the slabs, the boards. There's a little difference. And with that, in 10 minutes you can be ready. You import the board with everything in it, and then you just need to read the scenario and prep your players, and you're good to go. So it's made for D&D. It's made for... Well, Anisha will come back to you. And it's made for D&D. It's made for any type of game. It's system agnostic. There is currently no character sheets, but there will be a way to create character sheets for any type of game. So we play homebrew campaign in it, but if you want to play something else, you definitely can. There is extensions. We use Miro. It's like a whiteboard, and there is ways to automatically roll dice in TaleSpire from just the click of a button in extra apps. There is plugins for some stuff, so there is a lot of way to play. Though if you need currently a detailed character sheet, it will not be in TaleSpire for the moment while it's added to the game. And so yeah, you can be really quick on it. I love the building great jobs. Thank you, Azarkun. What tile or type side do you think TaleSpire needs next? Well, that's really hard, and I really love to be surprised, Captain. Perhaps some white stone, castle stone, or a dwarven mines, dwarven set. So Anish, you can contact me on Discord, and we'll watch that. Here is my Discord if you wanna contact me. You just supported me on Patreon. You're kind, sir, and thank you very much. So I'm just keeping up with the message. Yeah, for me it has been the death of Roll20. I've used it 2 or 3 times as a GM and as a player, each time different, and it was okay. But I get very often and very quickly distracted because I just get bored by Roll20. It's just a type of presentation that does not suit my personality. But TaleSpire has been a blast as a builder, as a player, or even in TaleSpire when I get a bit more bored, I can just start building, and without being like a distraction to my teammates, because I start building, but I build for the map I'm on, so I'm just building for the party actually, and I'm helping everyone, and I'm still more focused in the game. Well, it was good to see you create something. Well, Diego, Good night, F. Feed yourself. It's gonna be the death of all GNG Online Perfect. Yeah, I think TaleSpire is the first real 3D software for virtual tabletop that we see. And we talk about D&D and everything, but you could play wargame in them. You could do machinimas. You can just grab screenshots. You could also grab 2D top-down views and use them in Roll20 if you want. There is so many use that we don't even know of yet. Do you prefer making linear maps or more open with multiple ways to progress? Really depend the really depends the on the creation process. It's not the same type like train of thought. A linear map is kind of easier because you can just know they'll follow a path, so you can really work on this circumvoluted path, a path that is really complex and goes through a lot of rooms and spaces. I have made the Mount Saint Michael that is like that. It's like going through a mountain and up through catacombs and then up again, and you arrive to the church at the top of the mountain. And I love it. But a more open map like that, the challenge you have is that you can integrate a lot of different movement ways. So there you have like the main bridge, but then you can go down here and then you can go through the scaffoldings. Inside this part, there is a lot of inside buildings. Here in the towers, there is like so many pathways and everything in and out. So it's a different type of thing, but I mostly try to think like video game design and making interesting spaces that will help GM create interesting scenarios and help players have fun. Uh, I love the fact you create things for free and share it. I have created art and maps for people as well, and if you want, I can create a for you campaign as well. Oh, that'd be lovely, and get in touch through Discord and we'll look at what we can do. But if you support me already, I'll have to pay you for your art. I think that's fair. But yeah, everything I do on TaleSpire is free. Every maps I create and everything like that, you can download for free and use in TaleSpire. And we even do scenarios that are pay what you want. So I create the maps, I have my game master writing the scenario, and I co-help with the writing, so producing content. Cobwebs would be awesome. And Whitestone, yeah, I'm French, so I know castles. I know my castle, and in France we have a lot of Whitestone castles, and I would love to see more of those. I love castles. It's just since I'm a child, I've just been in love and infatuated with castles. Like, what's better than a castle? I tell you, nothing. How you place the library on the right? Okay, so Marcus is 23. This is an old version of the game. Now the library is just on the bottom, and you can resize it. It's much better. But some of my tutorials are still correct content-wise, but visually they're a bit dated. Creators should create creators. I just grabbed Mounts and Mikael. Well, Spencer, hope you have a lot of fun and just tell me how you like it. If you play on my maps, the only thing I ask of you is send me screenshots. Send me feedback. Tell me how it went. If your players liked it, I just love it. My roof taps. Yeah, roofs would be nice. A bit more like wooden roofs. Different colors would be nice, definitely. I would love to have more pointy roofs because now the angle is like 45 degrees, but I would love pointier roofs. Do you suggest Tavern Tales Bazaar, and do you know if the devs themselves will have an official place for the community to share boards, slabs, etc.? So from what I've understood from the devs, and this is only my understanding, the game will have itself a library. Like I opened the library of asset, but I could type like house and grab a slab directly inside the game. But from the hosting of those, that will probably stay on TaleSpire and Tales Bazaar. I don't know, and I do not recommend any of the game of the website. I post on those websites, so you can grab your stuff anywhere. I think I tend to gravitate a bit more toward Tales Tavern because visually it's more appealing to me, but do what you want. What are the icons? Oh yeah, so it's a bit broken currently. It's a hotbar to like bring asset quickly, but I never use it because I'm much faster without it. Because you know, my mouse, I need to, like, I'm building on the roof, I want to bring something, I need to go down and bring it like that, and go down and bring it. So I'm used to a bit of a faster workflow when I can just pick stuff, and I can build really fast like that. So, but you can use it. 2 castles is better than a castle. Well, yeah, I think more castles, like 4 castles are better than 2 castles. But 1 asshole is no. Gonna stop right there. Um, oh, we could do that. Yeah, like that. Yeah, okay, nice. Do you use default key bindings? So I'm using most, like 99% of the default key bindings. The only key bind I've changed is the key bind to change the height. Normally it's control. When you use control and mouse movements, you can change the height of an asset, like I'm doing currently. But I've moved it over to my mouse. On my mouse, I have like buttons there. So under my thumb, I can simply, like if I grab an asset, and I push with my thumb, and then I move the mouse. So I'm doing everything with one hand for like mouse movements, and to me it's much more easier and logic to have only one hand doing the same type of movement. So yeah, and so it means that with the keyboard I can do everything else. So the idea is that I do not move my hands. Like I have one hand on the mouse, one hand on my keyboard, and my fingers are on the same keys almost all the time. It means that I'm more efficient. But that's my preference. Don't get too flushed out about it, or like don't try to reciprocate it if you feel that it's not for you. Yeah. Okay, so this is done. So currently I'm only doing the extra parts, but I will need to redo the roofs. It's just because it's meh. It's meh. So this part I really don't like actually. So this thing here, this type of shape is nice. So if we grab it and put it there, okay. So, oh yeah, it's because okay, so here, we said like climbing wall. So if we said that there would be a climbing wall, it means that there is probably a way to get inside. So let's grab some wood. Okay, second advice, if you're building, try to stay coherent. Try to use only the same type of assets. I think it's always a good way to work. Like if you don't try to use all of the assets that are in the game. Like if you keep a certain type of coherence, and I like to do it like as select a range of assets that I want to use, and I stick to them the best I can. Oh, Baptiste, you're the 100th. C'est le 100e message de la journée. So do you create maps always from 2D maps or from scratch? It feels difficult to invent everything and keep it playable with pawns. So I have on my YouTube channel a video about that. Is building from 2D to 3D. I would advise you to watch it. I think it's available in French, but it's not available publicly. I need to publish it actually. So yeah. Well, let me publish it actually. And so you'll have the French version. So if you watch out for Carnet de bâtisseur numéro 9 or Building Tips number 9, de la 2D à la 3D or from 2D to 3D, it will give you a lot of answers. But I've done both. I've worked from 2D maps to 3D, which is a challenge, but working fully from 3D, I think it's easier. What I do is that I tend to write a lot of my stuff. I do doodles, I draw, to get my ideas in shape. Like it's ugly, but I get the shape, the main idea, the path, and then I can work on the block out. So the block out is just, instead of doing details, I'm gonna make a big cube for a tower, a big plane for the bridge, and so I can have like the 3D space, and then I can add the details. So that helps me a lot. And you'll have all the tutorials on my channel. I need to make some roofs and some blocking out. I think that would help people probably. Are there any assets that you have never used in maps? That's interesting. There is definitely some assets I don't like, and this is an issue in a way because I should not be not racist, but I should try to use them all. But I think the assets I've used the less are cavern a little bit, cobblestone a little bit. I think this one, the nature one with the stone, I used like very, very rarely. Sewers I've done, Terran. There's some assets that I don't like, so some stuff that are too bright, or I think I do use most of them though, or I used at some point. Which one would I have never used? That's a good question. I don't use a lot this thing because I find it a bit too flashy. I don't like stuff that contrasts too much visually. But I probably used almost everything, which is, I guess, a good thing. Hello Louis Ponsa Royal. Salut Louis. Comment ça va? Why do I find those water tiles under? So there is no water tiles currently. There is only the water plane like that, that you can move up and down. Water volumes will arrive, if that was your question. Some assets aren't proposed, like the trees aren't big enough sometimes, and the drinks are too big. Yeah, so regarding the size of drinks, little stuff, it's it's by design. because the idea is to emulate the feel of a classic tabletop game. And often in those type of games, miniatures are not really up to scales with all elements in said game. So you will never have everything perfectly scaled and everything. But I think it works in the sense that otherwise glass would be so small you could not pick them up or not see them. You need to see them when you're a bit far away. So to me, it's not a big issue. I understand why it could be for some people, but not me. Salut à toi, ça fait plaisir de voir une personne stream TaleSpire. Salut Tracking Extrême. Et bah ouais, et c'est du franglais. We're speaking French and English here. Baguette, baguette. Bah ouais, puis il est fantastique ce jeu. Si tu veux, j'ai toute ma chaîne hein, qui est dédiée au jeu. Je fais plein de maps, elles sont disponibles gratuitement. N'hésite pas à poser tes questions. Whoa, just what you're doing with the roof right now is pretty creative. Yeah, I have a lot of people wondering how to do better roofs. So I feel I'll need to make a tutorial at some point on how to do better roofs to help people. It's not very hard. I think you just need to make weird shapes and then play with said shapes. Like just, I'm just like, I just put the roof a bit higher and then I was like, how can I make it nice? And then I had the corners and then I was like, it's a bit weird. So how can I hide this weirdness and stuff like that? So it's just a process of hiding your mistakes. And in the end, it looks nice. One thing that is always good to remember is repetition is intent. A pattern is intent, and intent is often interesting. When you repeat something once or twice, it can be random, but when it's more than twice, it becomes to be a pattern and it becomes noticeable, and it means that there was an intent behind what you did, and it will make your build more interesting. And so that's always a good way to approach building in TaleSpire. It's like my bridge, like you see the repetition of the arches, and here you see the repetition of the pillars. And when there is repetition, you're like, oh, it's something by design. And then, if I can grab this, and then you just work on top of that. Do you know if global weather effect will be added to the games? Raining, snowing, thunderstorms. So yeah, and for thunderstorm precisely, they even like added that like the sky will have some white flashes and everything, but for like thunder to strike down, it will be something that the game master will have to do, like an effect, like roll the dice or I don't know, like you push a button and a thunder strikes, just a lightning strike, sorry, just like crash down onto the players. That's like crazy to me. That will be so nice. A bit heavy, right? Avec grand plaisir, je vais aller regarder ça. Pas évident de trouver du monde pour du game en duo. Eh bien, rejoins notre serveur français, Tracking Extreme. Il y a le lien dans la description de mes vidéos françaises. Et voilà, tu seras entouré de compadres français. How many assets do you usually land up on a board like this? Or is like it should be conservative to not asset use? So, depending on what you're talking about, is it asset number of different assets or total number of assets, which is not exactly the same question. So if you're looking at different assets, I try to limit myself, like I will not use certain type of assets and everything. So there is two things, like with the constraint, I'm constraining myself, and with constraints come new ideas, so I'm helping myself to build a bit better. but also if you're talking total amount of assets, the game is not much more better performance-wise, meaning that you'll have a lot less issues with it if you build too big. But then it's a question of, can I share my slab without making the game crash or anything? And this is another question. So you should always try to avoid making slabs too big just by negligence, like to be wasteful of resources. I feel that's not a very good, it's not very like future-proof, a very future-proof way of working. Like some people don't care about like having some piles of assets hidden somewhere that because you don't see them and they don't take the time to properly hide them. I don't really like this mentality. I think you should always try to clean your slab and making the smoothest possible for users and just computers in general. How long do you think TaleSpire will take to be live? I have no idea. Ask the devs, but don't pester them. But could be days, could be months. I think it will not be so soon. The early access has only started since what a little months now. So, patience, my friends. It will come at some point, and we will also be very happy when it is available. But for now, it is not. So we just need to wait for it. Avec plaisir, plus un abonnement. Merci, Trekking Extreme. Okay, yeah, thanks. Okay, so that was okay, yo. But yeah, in general, regarding assets management, when towards the end of a build, what I tend to do is that I do a cleaning phase where I try to clean everything, remove assets that are not visible, so thus they're not useful for the game. I make sure that there is nothing hidden that I did not see, did not miss, holes, stuff like that. And this is good practice. You should always try to clean your builds the best you can. It will ensure that in the future, if someone reuses your build in a different fashion, it will not break or anything. So to me, that's a good thing. So as you can see, my roof is now down. There's a lot of texture and interesting stuff. And what I do is that I try to break pattern repetition, but just adding a few details there and there. And so, yeah. And with that, it will look much more lively and interesting. Like you see, just like that. Can put it there. Very good. And then we can add some bush. And again, when you build in TaleSpire, you really don't need to be that detailed. Like, you could use just 4 walls and a string to make a monster, and that would work. So what I'm doing right now is clearly overkill, and you don't need that much details anyway to play or just to have fun in TaleSpire. So don't take that as like what you need to do to play the game. It's just me. I love building, so I do build. I think that's that simple. And we don't have music no more, so let's loop it again. Yeah. Do you think that there's a chance that we'll see more advanced random generators for this game? So people have created some, and it's not random, it's mostly procedural generation. And I think no, not in TaleSpire, let's say. People will probably create generators and stuff like that, but the game itself won't have those, and I think it's not really the goal of Bounce Rock, the developers, and it's not their will to do that. So not de facto in the game, not like in the base game. No, but who knows? Maybe, but I don't think so. Outside generators, yeah, outside generators. There is already some. There is like 4 that I know, and they're like quite good. So I use them from time to times. So yeah, I think we'll see more and more. That's for sure. Like the more people get interested into TaleSpire, the more they will be. I don't see why it would not go that way. Like the more people use a tool, the more it works. So, eh. Most DMs use a wide dry eraser board, so having TaleSpire in general is above and beyond. Then sorry if you step above that. Thank you. We use Miro actually for our game session. It's like a whiteboard where you can see everyone moving their mouse at the same time, so it's really nice. Oh yeah, don't be afraid to copy paste and reuse assets. Like, why would I take time to do something that I've already done somewhere else? And boom, and it's done. So yeah, so let's have a look in the camera mode. Let me make my settings. So always important to check what you've created and make sure that it looks nice. Okay, so I think we have not something like that. The sole issue I see is that the corners are a bit not enough detail compared to what I would like to. So there, you see there it's a bit flat, but I have an idea. That's called crenulations. Is that the correct English term? I have no idea. Bit better, yes, but I think I need to put them into the ground. Miro is so great, and so are you for creating those assets. Thanks, Byte. Yeah, Miro is amazing too for our use because we don't need complicated character sheets. We use a homebrew campaign that is really like the point of this system is to be simple and to reduce calculations. Oi do Brasil amos was Contruchoes. I'm sorry, Mauro. I've took German as a second language, so I only French, English, and a tiniest amount ever of German. So you see, with the crenulation, I think, oops, I think it's better. gives more oomph to our building. Gorgeous stuff is amazing. Thank you, Yushen Liu. Yeah, it looks so nice. Crenellations. In French, it's créneau. Créneau, crenellations. You see, it's like almost the same. Okay, so good progress today. We have this part of the building quite nicely done. So let's see. Can we do a nice screenshot to celebrate? So first, reduce the fog. Reduce the field of view. When you're doing exterior shots, and first of all, remove that. When you're doing exterior shots, it's always good to have a low field of view. If you're trying to have like a general view. If you want to have like something that is really dramatic, you can have like a high field of view, it works. But like that. Try to frame it in a nice way. To have background, foreground. Yeah, like that. Then we add some fog, exposure, get a more, just a bit more vibrant sun. Shadows are key. So like that. And then depth of field. Like that, just to highlight everything. And now, just the final touches. Yeah, sorry. And that's it. We have a nice screenshot of what we did today. I think there's still a bit of work on the facade of the building here. It's a bit plain. We need to keep working. Guten Tag, sind Sie Autorität, wenn es dieses Spiel geht? Ah, danke schön, bitte Zero. Ich kann nicht mehr zu German sprechen, aber ein bisschen zu German sprechen. It's very long, so my accent is very bad too. But I understand a little bit. So don't try to make a fool out of me. Using that in the future, they will allow us to change the colors of the assets. No, tinting of miniatures will be allowed, but not of assets. It is part of the idea of the developers that TaleSpire has an aesthetic, and they want to respect it. I'm getting interrupted. Some things in my building tend to look the same. So yeah, I think that's the good part, is that due to limitations, it forces you to be more creative. And you see, my buildings, they have a style for sure, and I have my style, and different type of builders will have a different style, but they look very different still. And this is where I think the game is like, you need to play with the assets to bring what's best in them. You are quite good compared to most people I've heard so far. Well, people are generally quite bad in German, so I'm not sure that's a huge compliment, but I will take it. Meanwhile, us American can barely speak English. Yeah, it is a saying indeed, my friend, but I guess if someone is trying to learn a different language than their mother tongue, you should always help them, encourage them. But it's not a big issue. You can go great length without knowing another language. Just helps. I think it's also broadens your horizon, like gives you new perspectives, new way of thinking. Thinking is really correlated to the language you have, like number of words, vocabulary and stuff like that. And it means that when you learn new languages, when you speak that language, you actually have a different mindset. And the more language you pick up, the faster you learn them first, and the more you can expand your way of thinking, which is really something I enjoy. Awesome work, man. Thank you, Neil. Do you and your players use snap to grid, or do you use freeform movements when moving the minis on the map? So what we do is that we use all the time free movements, but when we're in dungeon, or when the game master says that be careful, now it is like a serious time, we only move case by case. And the idea is that if I move, what I move is the real movement of my figurine when we're in dungeon time. It means that when we're just like discussing in a village and stuff like that, we can move around, zoom, and like teleport, and it's okay. But in a dungeon, if I move my figurine somewhere, it means I've moved it. So we need to be careful. So to alleviate the fact that we don't use snap to grid, because snap to grid is a bit restrictive. We're in a game where we can move everywhere. Why would you want to snap to grid? Like, there's so many options. Is the codebase broken right now? It is broken, definitely. I hate thinking in French numbers and in German numbers too. Yeah, French numbers not the best. Definitely. It's the thing. Like we both have like complex languages, so a lot of stuff is easier for us because our mother tongue is quite complex to start with. And we're 39 people. Nice. I hope you're having a great time, folks. I'm just having a blast. What time it is? Okay. Soon time to end the stream, like in half an hour or something like that. Because yesterday I was actually on Twitch on Blue Box, on the Blue Box channel. It's an American channel, and I was up until 2 a.m., like 3 a.m. in France, so I was pretty tired of everything by the end. But it was a really nice time with some amazing people. I think the recording of the live stream is available for you if you want to check. It is where I started this build. So if you want to see what this looked like when it was all empty and really ugly, you can watch on the Blue Box channel. Oh, Seaborn, did I miss a new hide the dead body? Damn. I'm not following properly the Twitch chat. So as a reminder, if you follow me on Twitch, if you watch my streams, you'll gain points that you can spend, and I need. If you spend those points, like I'm forced. Well, I agree to put a dead body somewhere. So dead body means just like bones or stuff like that hidden in the map. It's a small funny thing I like to do. Is just because when you're a game master and you just find dead bodies all over the place. It's always an issue to justify why there is a dead body somewhere. So it's funny. Yeah, a little baguette. And someone told me once that my signature move is that I put those little papers everywhere, and in retrospective it's true. I love them, so I put them everywhere. It just looks so nice and so organic. There, little guy fishing here. I love to, this is my favorite part, when I'm done with the Excel sheet and everything, just adding details, life details to a build is, I think, the most fun part, because it's just like creating stories and everything. It's really enjoyable. Okay, so I need to put a dead body. I think we can put one there actually, like no one will never. So if we go dead, I'll put like, oh, I have an idea actually. So I put that there. Great. So Seaborn, I don't know if you're still watching the stream. If not, I'm sorry, but your skulls are still there nonetheless. I would like just to hide them a little bit. Okay, that does that work? That would be so nice. Like that. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm just having fun myself. I think it's really important. It's like, oh, that's so cool. You have a little crate with just a skull on top of it. And let's add just some details to blend it and make it not too obvious like that. So Seaborn, I don't know if you're still watching, but mate, got you covered. So I'm just gonna grab a little screenshot of it. Sorry, it's blurry right now. I know. It's just, I need to focus the distance. Shit, I'm way too close, right? I am way too close. I can't find my focus point, damn it. Sometimes I wish the controls were just a tad more easy to handle. Okay. Okay, so we have that. We have the back of the tower. We said we do not really care. This part is a bit sad and alone, like me. It looks like a diminished skull ready to devour a skull. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that it can become anything. Like in your scenario, you stumble across it and you're like, the fuck that is? And now it's like a skeleton, a spirit that you need to free, and new quest, or just a funny moment where like, oh, it's the skull of someone that died here, or so many fun theories and games you can have there. Is it too much? It works. Oh yeah, but if we do that, we don't have stairs anymore, but we can move them there. It's not an issue. Okay, so that works. I think we can do that. Damn it. Let's say that works. Did you look up for reference before building, or did you just start it fully? So yes and no, meaning that I have a lot of references, and I think it's very important to have references. I have a folder that's full of references, and when I see something nice on Twitter, on a video game, I keep references of it. And I highly advise you to do the same. It will feed your imagination and possibilities. And there, precisely, I was watching Resident Evil, a live stream of the game, and I saw a bridge, and I was like, hey, I have a design of Dark Souls I want to mix with it, and then just like give me base of ideas, and then I draw like a doodle in there. I don't know, you can't see it, but I will not show it. It's just that ugly, but just get the ideas flowing, you know. And once that's done, you just start it, you know. I think the best method is just to start it. But yeah, use references. It's something I think that's every real artist do, because I'm not real artist, I'm just a guy doing video games. But references are really, I think, a nice way to get ideas and stuff. An option for precise numbers would be nice for the sliders. Yeah, if you could type, it would be great. Salut Kaylin. Hmm. Also, don't burn yourself. Like, build when you want to build. Force yourself a little bit. It's not like a big issue. But if you want to, like, if you feel like not doing something or you're getting burned out, make sure to stop at the correct time. Otherwise, you like not enjoy the process. And just, yeah, build at your own pace. Don't try to go faster than the music, or just because you saw someone like me that I have 700 hours in the game. So it's normal that I build fast. So don't be afraid of that. Just take your time, create your own style, and it will be nice. And you see there, I just created a little story. It's like the balcony is a bit broken, and I'm sure that a smart game master will find a way to incorporate that in an interesting way in his game. You have a good aesthetic area. Yeah, and Anish, that's what I'm saying. I have a good aesthetic eye for sure, but I train myself. Like, I always try to look up references, architecture, photography, cinema, movies. Every time I like something, I'm like, oh, why is it nice? Why is it interesting? How can I reproduce that? And it's a constant process, and it's not something that like I force myself. I like to do it. But it's important to find references and inspiration everywhere. I'm lucky to be in France, where, as I said, castles are just part of the cultural heritage, so we have it everywhere. But you can do that basically anywhere. Do you have full-time jobs? Yeah, I'm doing that on top of my sleep schedule. I have a full-time job. Yeah, that part I won't bother too much. It does not need to be too nice. Okay, so door. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be here. I would be watching my class. Well, you should be watching your class. I'm able to do that currently because I'm fortunate enough to have a job that I like and that gives me enough time to do that. So studies are important. Hobbies too, and like doing fun stuff is essential and important, but don't forget to work, to study. So guys, I think I'm going toward the end of the stream there. I feel myself slowing down, getting a bit more tired and everything. So let's see what we did today. So, field of view and too much fog. Okay, so today we mainly focused on those two facades, facades, and they look so much better now. What did I do on stream? I don't remember. Probably a lot of little stuff, you know. I'm always like a butterfly. I'm just touching up everything at the same time. Um, so let's try to make a nice screenshot out of all that. OG tree is still the best bush. Oh yeah, definitely. I really need like either more trees or new bush because the bush I use as moss and the trees I use as bushes. Is that what we call the bushido? No, no. That was a bad joke. I should not be allowed to vote. Okay. Nice, like that. And then we go into TAA and screenshot. So still a lot of work to do. Everything is hollow currently, so nothing is done. But regarding the exterior parts, we're more and more toward the final look of things. So that's great. I think this space here is a bit bizarre. I still need to do like exterior, redo my cliff side here, and then I will be able to do details, a lot of lots and details, interiors and stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully it will be great. And we can live on this magnificent view. Let me... Yeah, I'm never done actually. I always keep going way too long. You say you're gonna stop, but it's just so hard, you know. So much to do. And voila. So, how do you think foam will work when it comes up? I've no idea. I think it will be a real challenge. Like, it will be a new way to build, to carve foam, to be able to curve terrain. I'm really excited by the idea of it, but I have no idea how it will work, and I have no idea if we will like it or be good at it. So, we'll see. I'll catch up with you on Discord. Yeah, do, Anish, please do contact me on Discord. That'd be a pleasure. I've always a lot of projects, so we'll find something. Thank you, Chloé Baudin. I see you on the chat. How do you think foam will work? No, okay, nice work. Thank you, everyone. How much time did you take to do this? So this is 6 hours of work currently, and probably 4 hours of work again to finish it. Like I think in total it will be around 12 to 15 hours of work full time. And so guys, see ya. I'm gonna end the stream there. Just gonna grab that. And I hope you had a great time. The replay of this whole stream is obviously available on YouTube on my channel. I will upload the title and everything in due time. You can support me on my Patreon and join me on my Discord. The links are in the description. If you want to support me in my free map creation and scenario and overall content and videos, you can do so through Patreon or get in touch with me through Discord. Have a great time. And above all, my friends, stay creative.